So, do you feel like we have a responsibility as Black people to break those barriers down? Because if we're not represented in these spaces, or we're not, there's a lack of understanding with regards to genres, culture, etc. What do we need to do to be in those spaces to be able to affect those decisions?
I personally think it's a tricky one because we end up creating our own space and then it's kind of like we're isolating ourselves and the black community don't want to be part of the main Irish community, the main Irish music scene and just kind of like we're doing this because we don't have a choice. We have to make our own space and we're trying to prove like a proven concept. If we can show that we can work with each other and we can put on shows and we can do concerts and they can be successful and we can, put out records that go international like Jordan of the Chingies, then they might not look at us and say, okay, maybe they actually know what they're doing. Maybe they can actually, be on the main stage. Maybe they can actually get a choice prize. Maybe they can be number one on RTE this week. Do you get me? So it's a difficult one because it's kind of like we create our own space, we're isolated. If we try and go in, they don't respect us enough, or they're going to think that, oh yeah, she's not ready. Do you get me? Or she's not, she doesn't have enough experience, or do you know the kind of stuff that they say? Like even as stuff like getting a job. For me personally, I found it so difficult to get a job when I was in Ireland. That's why I left. I had to go to London to get a job in the creative industry. Why? Because, oh yeah, she just got out of uni. She doesn't know anything, blah, blah, blah. I didn't have any connections. Do you get me? My second name is not the most, is not the most European looking second name. So I just found it very difficult to kind of break into, because I study journalism, I found it difficult to break into the media, not even just the music, to just media in general. And I find that a lot of black people kind of do go through the same thing, especially Nigerians, because there is a lot of stigma around, Nigerians and the way some people perceive Nigerian people and like the kind of things that Nigerians quote unquote do. But we're not all like that. And yeah, like what you're saying, like people are quite ignorant and they just sometimes they know that, not everyone is going to be the same, but they just don't allow themselves to learn. They don't allow themselves to get close to the black community and actually find out what we're actually about and, find the good people and find the people that are actually working professionally and that are able to kind of go into these spaces. They're ignorant, but they're just not ready to change.
Mm.